Thanks for coming round. We'll make you laugh before you go. Welcome to the Mermen. Welcome to the show.
We go already?
Yeah, we're rolling. I like it.
Sounds like a Pitbull song.
Yeah, that was good. You're coming in hot today for us.
That was a Pitbull song?
Sounded like it.
Dale.
All you need is a Dale.
He's Mr. 305.
Do you still have a little bit of Vegas in your system?
No. I mean, I didn't do anything Vegas-y.
No.
I did my shows. I played some golf, and I sat and typed on a computer a lot inside. So
You're crazy.
I will be back there with Jim Jeffries on Super Bowl weekend, opening for him at the Mirage, and then I'm gonna be there for a couple days doing some Vegas-y stuff.
Nice. Know where I'm going to be on Super Bowl weekend? In the city that's hosting the Super Bowl.
Phoenix.
Yep.
Why were you making
Well,
it like-
Tempe.
Tempe?
Yeah, I'm doing shows with Bert.
Yeah, Tempe's Phoenix.
It's Mark Norman, Shane Gillis,
Oh yeah,
me
you're
and
on
Bert.
that show. That looks like those are big ass shows.
Yeah, it's in Mullet Arena, and it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The
and
Mullet
we have
Arena?
Sunday off. I wonder what we might be doing on Sunday.
Are you going to the Super Bowl?
I'm sure Bert's gonna get tickets. Yeah,
I hope he gets tickets, but you don't get to go.
Bert's.
It's like him, Mark Norman.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It's
Shane
like-
Gillis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, could you drop us off?
It's just a picture of them. You're like outside, like, I'm gonna go to the waste.
I'm gonna see
management.
if I can scalp one, guys. Yeah, the waste management's going on the same weekend.
The waste
dude.
management invitationals that weekend, which is, if you're not a golf fan, it's like the rowdiest golf event, I'd say.
Yeah.
They have like this whole circled around with like the stands, and people last year they were throwing water bottles and people got hole in one and stuff. That'd be fun.
Bro, it's gonna be a blast.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Vegas with Jim at the Mirage for that Friday, Saturday, and I think we're gonna stay there for Super Bowl. Just watch Super Bowl in Vegas. I think we're staying an extra day and like watch it there somewhere and do. And then I'm gonna be there a couple extra days with some friends. We're gonna do some stuff.
I was in Vegas one time during Super Bowl weekend, and I was doing shows, and this is when I first moved out to LA. We were still living in the RV. We weren't even like officially in LA yet. And so we were going to leave on Sunday to drive back to LA, and everyone told me like, dude, you're crazy. Don't drive. There's going to be so much traffic going back and forth on Super Bowl Sunday from LA. They're like,
Any Sunday.
yeah, especially Super Bowl Sunday.
No, but if you're not familiar,
Yeah.
there's one highway from here to Vegas, from
Just straight
LA.
to the desert.
The 15. You can take some alternate routes. You could go to Joshua Tree and go through the Mojave, but it's going to add extra 2 hours, and it's more scenic. It's a very nice route. But, man, it's just one highway. And if you leave on a Sunday, anytime after 10 or 11 a.m., the 4-hour drive becomes a 6 to 7 hour drive, sometimes longer. And on Super Bowl Sunday, how long?
How long's the drive?
Wait, was this, you were leaving on Super Bowl Sunday? What
Yeah, we would have been leaving on Super Bowl Sunday.
But that one's okay because people aren't driving, right?
Well, people just said it was going to be bonkers in general, man. Because some people would be trying to get back to LA before the Super Bowl to watch it on TV,
okay.
and they've been in Vegas placing bets and vice versa. People are going there to watch it, and they were like, it's just going to be crazy. So I was like, hey, I don't have anywhere to be. We just extended the RV spot for a day. I'm like, we'll just hang out and watch Super Bowl here. So then I was like, all right, if I'm in Vegas for Super Bowl Sunday, I'm definitely going to go place some bets, right?
Yeah.
So I drive over to the sports book, and Grandin, my family.
Which sports book?
It was a random offshoot one out on the highway that was just close to the RV park that we were staying at. Very nice RV park, by the way. And I made like 2 or 3 random bets, and this was the Ravens versus Niners Super Bowl with Kaepernick, Harbaugh versus Harbaugh, and I thought that either the Ravens would win a close one, or the Niners would win a close one, or the Ravens would blow them out. I thought those were the 2 scenarios. And the other thing happened, which was the Niners went up big, and then the Ravens started working their way back, I believe. And so all my bets,
The power went off.
yeah, that's right. That was
That
that
Super
year.
Bowl, the lights went off. Yeah.
I thought you meant at my trailer. I was like, I don't think so. So now I'm watching. Now I'm getting interested. I'm like, wait, my numbers could, because I made all these bets like so-and-so had to win by so many, it was all these like off. It wasn't just straight up like point spread bets, but it was close to it. It was like they had to win by so many margin, or I don't remember what it was. But I made 2 or 3 really wonky bets like that. And then I think I bet the over and whatever. So I'm like, none of these are going to happen. And then as it came down the last drive, I go, wait a minute, they could pull this off. And then they got stopped. And I'm like, it's not going to happen. And then the announcer goes, they might just take an intentional safety here. And I go, they might take an intentional safety. And that's what they did. And that gave me the points I needed. I went from losing all my money to making like $900 on that one decision by Coach Harbaugh. And I was running around the RV park like, they went for an intentional safety. And my kids don't even know what that means. And they were chasing me around going, they went for an intentional safety because they were little at the time.
Yeah.
But that
checks out.
Gambling's the best.
$900 and you're in an RV park changes your life.
Yeah. Oh, no. It pay for the weekend.
Gambling's the best, you said?
It's the best.
Yeah, okay, well. I have other stories.
Man.
Other gambling stories that aren't quite as good.
That would suck if you just couldn't handle it,
If you couldn't what?
It's like drinking's the best, but people that can't handle it, like,
When
really
you say
sucks.
can't handle it, do you mean that have an addiction to it? Is that what you're trying to say? Because
It ruins their life.
I can handle gambling. I'm quite adept at gambling, but it's just the not stopping part and then keep going.
It ruins your life.
Yeah. Because it's like when you told me you won $900, I was like, who gives a fuck? Like that just seems like the most inconsequential amount of money because when you
Well, it's all relative. If you're only putting up 150 bucks
no,
and you
I'm
turn that
saying-
into 900, that's kind of exciting.
I'm saying it'd be like going up to the most raging alcoholic you've ever met in your life and being like, hey, you want half a beer? And they'd be like, get the fuck out of my face. I want this whole handle of Jack and then get me another, So, yeah, because gambling for me is like, it's the action, that's the drug.
Yep.
To use, it's not a drug, but that's to use the term. But yeah, it's crazy to me how normalized gambling has become in the United States. It's just everywhere now. You can do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Pretty much every state, the commercials and stuff. Australia is like that. If you haven't been to Australia, gambling's everywhere in Australia. I think it's per capita the most money is spent per capita gambling in Australia than any country in the world.
Do they gamble on like cricket and rugby and stuff?
They gamble
Surfing?
on everything. When
Shark
you're
attacks?
walking around there,
2-1 shark attack
there'll be
today.
a bar, right? There'll just be a normal pub or bar, and then there's another door, and it says like, correct me if I'm wrong, Australian, but it says like VIP lounge.
Yeah.
And you go in that door, and there's
Kangaroo races?
and there's just slot machines. But like, I'm not talking about like you have to search for this. It's like almost every bar has that.
Yeah.
Like they'll have a separate room with just slot machines in it. So any pub that you would go to a bar, you could gamble at. And then they also have the tab or whatever, like the off-track betting. But on that thing, you can bet all those sports you just said, but you can bet American basketball and football and everything, and you can bet real time, like in first quarter, second. So everyone's gambling there.
Qualified.
Not everybody, but there's a lot. Yeah, I'm sure they have odds. But here now, it's becoming that same reality because you have these commercials with Jamie Foxx for MGM, and in the commercials, he's at least a gambling addict, Jamie Foxx. Yeah, have you seen those commercials?
I've seen him,
He's
yeah.
like this. He's like in a scene. There's a woman dying in a car crash, and it goes bling, bling, and he goes, "We just won the bet for the Cowboys." And the director's like, "Jamie, we're filming a scene." He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're straight up."
I don't know why.
You can't put it this way. Other addictions, you can't show anyone drinking a beer on TV. You're not allowed to show that. You can't show someone smoking a cigarette. You can't show them like smoking marijuana or anything. But for some reason, you can just show a guy that's not doing his job properly because he's gambling. like, oh, fuck, sorry.
Yeah, and everyone laughs about it. He's just gambling.
Yeah, he calls Barry Sanders. Remember, he's like, what should I put in on these bets?
Yeah.
It's like,
Barry's not paying attention.
What's going on in these fucking commercials? Yeah.
Well, it started with the DraftKings and the what's the other one?
FanDuel.
Yeah. And then now it's turned into these sports books actually being able to take bets as long as you're in certain states on your phone. So my high school thread of degenerate buddies, one of them lives in Tennessee. So my friend just puts bets through him all the time.
Oh, because the state he lives in, you can't do it.
Yeah.
But it'll be every state soon. They just had it on the they had a referendum for California. I don't know if it passed or not. But it was funny.
Sorry, bookies. Do you think so? Bookies and like drug dealers are in the same boat where they just got to figure out a way. But it's harder for a bookie to. Well, I guess people will still want action that isn't offered on the casino. Will people still go through like illegal bookies once?
Yes.
Why?
A couple of reasons. One is you don't have to.
Because they work on credit and they're like, oh, come on, I'm good for it.
You have to actually pony up the cash straight up in front when you're betting on these apps or in the casino. Whereas a bookie, you pay them later.
Yeah.
So people will still like that option because with a bookie, when I used to bet through a bookie, I think it was Tuesday was collection day or something. So you had Tuesday to try and make all your money back. And of course, you would get into some massive holes. Might have had some people threatening me from time to time. So like I said, so you're chasing that the whole week. So people like that model where you're like, you don't have to like pony up and settle up until the end of the week. And then also there's different odds in different places, And so I mean, there's different, like sometimes bookies will say like, they'll probably do deals. They're like, hey, the casino's taking 10%. Like,
I'll undercut them.
Yeah. So
that's how they all talk. Every bookie talks like that.
Look, if people want to gamble, then I'm not like a teetotaler. I'm not like there should be no gambling. But when you are in Vegas and you see like all these people gambling and stuff, and people love to tell you like how much fun it is. Like you just said it right now because you're retelling a story of when you won.
Yeah.
But walk through a casino, there's not a lot of smiles. It's not like, how like when you see the commercial, it's always people, first of all, dressed like in suits or tuxedos and like dinner gowns and stuff, like cocktail dresses and
sluts.
stuff. Yeah, and they're just like, woo, we're out here. And they're always showing you like them dancing and eating food and like having and I'm like, that's not what casino. People are wearing sweatpants and fucking Crocs.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there chain smoking. And they're like, what do you mean I don't get a free drink? Fucking
and if you go, like, let's say you go to a bachelor party with 5 dudes, right? Yeah. And let's say just odds are, good odds would be 2 people leaving a night up in the casino, right? That means 3 of your buddies are not happy because you're not going to give your winnings to them, right?
Yeah.
So.
And you're probably not going to win. Here's the thing. The best odds are, they say blackjack and
craps.
Maybe not. Maybe it's craps, but there's a certain bet in craps, like behind the line or something.
Yeah. Craps is harder to quantify. I think.
And those, when they say that, they say the house edge goes down to like 0.9% or 1%, but that still means technically that the house still has an edge. So like even if you go on a streak, it's gonna come back. So it's like the best you can hope for most of the time is like, I mean, you can go on a run or whatever, but you're gonna lose your money most likely.
So you, as a guy who's gotten into some hijinks with gambling in the past, when you're watching the playoff game recently and the Dallas kicker went 0 for 4 on extra points, are you thinking like, oh, the mafia has his family in a bunker somewhere?
As soon as he missed the when he missed the 3rd extra point. Okay,
he got himself into a problem and had to get himself out.
Some people don't like us talking all sports, but this is gambling. All right, okay. So the Dallas Cowboys were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this playoff game last week, and this kicker, I call him Bill Maher just because.
It's basically that.
It looks like Bill Maher,
and he was great. He was my fantasy kicker, and I won a championship with him. Like he was a good kicker. Is his
name Bill Maher?
It's Maher. It's Maher.
It's like Bill though, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Or Bob.
So it's an all-American name like
What's his name? The kicker for the Cowboys? Look at it, B. Maher.
Let me pull up my fantasy team.
I just call him Bill Maher because I imagine Bill Maher kicking for the Cowboys.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's way funnier.
Bill Maher would have gone 0 for 4 also.
Brett Maher.
Brett Maher.
Maher. Me hear her.
He's been a good kicker all season. He missed, and they have, to be fair, they moved the extra point back 10 more yards, 50. But it's still for NFL kickers, it's money. Like you're hitting it at a 98% clip at most. You'll miss 1 or 2 a year, maybe. This guy missed the 4.
4. 0 for 4.
All 4. 1 for 5. He hit the 5th one.
Oh, they got another one.
He hit the 5th one. And I remember when he missed the 3rd one, I was just watching the game, and I was like actually doing work and watching the game, and I was like, what the fuck? He missed 3? I was watching the Peyton Manning broadcast one, and they were like, what? Like everyone was like,
yeah. Oh, they must have been losing their mind.
This is what I did as a gambler, I swear to God, because I loved it. I went on Bleacher Report, which I have, and I looked up the over-under. Because they were killing them. The Cowboys were up by like 24 points. I looked up the over-under, and I don't remember what it was.
2 points?
I could look it up now. And I go, that's going to fuck a gambler. Like somebody that bet the over-under here is going to fuck them. Cut to whatever the over-under was, they tied it. Or they were just a half a point under. I remember because I looked up at the end. Because then Tampa Bay came back and scored 2 touchdowns. And the final score was like 1 or 2 points away from so it was like the under or it was tied. So somebody somewhere, I guarantee you, had a shit ton of money in the over, and this motherfucker missed 4 extra points. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't gamble, kids. Because this fucking guy just had a complete meltdown, this kicker, and you don't gamble. And then somebody would have won that and been like, see, gambling's great. How fun is gambling? And it's just Bill Maher fucking miss kicks.
I'll bet it all again.
Yeah,
They always
tough.
make a big news story. Like there was one about the first round playoff game where the Jags came back from 27 points down. They always it's a big news story about someone who bet like the improbable will come back at halftime and then at 1 they win $1 million or 11 million bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
But how many stories are there out there where just some dummies like, this is it. I got a feeling. I'm going to put the life savings on them coming back 27 points. And then they just lose by 50 points.
Because you're a compulsive gambler.
And then their wife's like, why would you do that?
Because they're compulsive. This is the thing. You kept saying they can't handle gambling. You got to think about it like this. If somebody's addicted to cocaine, right? Let's just say that. And you give them a bag of cocaine, right? What's going to happen to that bag of cocaine in the course of a night?
Yeah, it's going to disappear.
Then you give them another bag of cocaine.
Yeah.
Disappear. That's what happens to your money when you're gambling. So, like,
yeah, it's like cookies with someone who doesn't have willpower with food.
But I don't think people understand. People are always like, just stop when you win. And it's like that. It isn't about winning when you're gambling. It's not like people always say it. Like, you won $50,000. Why wouldn't you stop? And you're like, no, that's just like giving me more cocaine. Yeah. Now I'm just going to do more cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like fueling you to do this thing that in your brain is exciting you to do this. So that's why you'll never win when you're a compulsive gambler. You could be up like hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're like, all right, you want to go back and gamble some more? And people think you're being greedy. Like, how much is enough? It's not about that. It's just about the action in your brain. It's about the triggering and the dope. So, yeah, it's a fucked up thing, man.
Well, I'm sorry that you've gone through that in your life.
I know, but you said I couldn't handle it. It's not like I couldn't handle it. It's like an addiction thing. Like
sorry, I didn't mean to minimize your addiction. I apologize.
I gamble all day. You want some tips? Yeah,
I mean, you
guys want a hot gambling tip? Okay.
Fantasy football, you do that.
There were some systems we used to gamble on.
Ooh, like I used to know the Miss Pac-Man pattern.
Exactly.
Is that a good analogy?
Sort of, yeah.
Second quarter.
I will bet you $50 I could beat you a Miss Pac-Man as long as it's got a speed chip.
The thing that's going to mess you up for that, though, that you don't maybe know about me is that I owned a Miss Pac-Man machine.
So did I.
Yeah. With a speed chip?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay, this might be a good challenge.
some children played football with their dad. My dad and I played Miss Pac-Man with a bottled Coca-Cola from an authentic Coca-Cola machine that we also had at our house.
I had a friend, Lorna, who we called Call a Cuban episode. Lorna.
I remember Cuban Lorna.
She listens and her husband listens. Yeah.
Hola, Lorna.
Yeah. A friend of hers.
¿Qué tal?
God damn, why am I? Shelly. Isn't it Shelly? Yeah, it was Shelly, I think. Yeah.
Good mermaid name.
I'm pretty sure it was Shelly. Yeah. She had the Miss Pac-Man, because I'm fucking getting old and I can't remember. She had a Miss Pac-Man machine, and she was moving. She had nowhere to keep it, and so I held on to it for like.
You're a nice guy.
I want to say 4 or 5 years. It was a stand-up arcade, and so I moved it to where I lived, and I just would play it all the fucking time. And then eventually, when I moved it back to where she lived. But I played it a lot.
You got to know the pattern. You got to go right, up, all the way to the right side.
You don't need a pattern. That's the thing about Miss Pac-Man. I don't even have a pattern. That's how good I am. I just do feel. I just go by feel.
Here's a good.
Go by feel, dude. You can blindfold me.
Here's a good analogy for life.
There's the ghosts. Inky.
Inky, Blinky.
Blinky, Stinky.
Do you know them? Do you know their names?
Dinky Dog.
Inky, Blinky, Pinky. Yeah. And do you know the fourth one?
It doesn't rhyme. It's like Frank or Ralph.
Sue.
Yeah, Sue. I knew it was like a name. It wasn't.
So the fruit in Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's where you get the points.
That's where you get the points. But
20,000 first free man.
But if you concentrate on the fruit, it's there to screw you up.
Yeah.
The fruit is there. It's a bait.
That's why you don't do pattern.
It's bait.
You go by feel, dude.
If you can grab the fruit as it's coming by you, grab it. But never go specifically for the fruit. You're being greedy.
I get
just like if you've already won at craps or at blackjack and you've got enough money and you just can't stop and someone puts another bag of Coke in front of you and then you do that, you gotta just know when enough's enough. You had your fun. You don't need all the fruit unless it's right there. If it's right there, then you grab it. Get the points.
I get it. I get it all.
It's all about the dots.
I get it all. What's your high score?
I don't know. A couple 100,000.
Sucks.
The thing, if you want to get all the points, here's the point. Here's the wait. This is important.
The machine. The machine just shut down one day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you hit it?
Is that why? Super Bowl when the lights went out for you? just shut down, and it said, "We can't do this anymore. You're too good."
This is how you get
And I
points.
said,
Miss Pac-Man.
yeah, man. I do it by feel. I don't do it by system. I don't think I get all the fruit. But by the way, it's not all fruit. There's a pretzel in there.
Yeah, it's true.
So I know you're not a fucking good Miss Pac-Man. You forgot about the pretzel.
When you get the power
Why is there a
pellet,
pretzel in there? It's all fruit. There's like orange cherries. There's a banana. There's like, and then
graphics were limited. They
They're
had
like pretzel.
graphics were limited. They had to just say like, what can we draw that looks like it's thing? They're like, I can do a pretzel.
You know,
I've been screwing around with this pretzel.
Because when an apple, a pretzel.
Yeah.
Did you play Miss Pac-Man, Luis?
Not particularly. I was more of a Simpsons arcade game.
Oh, he's young.
So you don't know the story of Miss Pac-Man?
No.
When you go
origin
between levels, like the first level is
They meet.
in between mazes. You go to different mazes as you have to do each maze a certain number of times, and as you conquer that, then there's a little story in between. It's
a love story.
Yeah. It rivals any movie you've ever seen.
There's actually
first they meet. It's
a cartoon.
Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. They meet.
Yep.
And then the next one is
Waka waka waka
the
waka.
chase, right?
Yep.
Where it's like rape.
They're courting each other.
It's
a
like
very
Pac-Man rape.
Pepe Le Pew
Yeah,
vibes.
he's chasing her. I think she chases him too.
Yeah,
to be fair. So it's
They're flirting.
mutual, right? And and then the next one, a baby appears after that whole rape scene,
Boop, boop,
and
boop,
then that's baby Pac-Man.
Yep. Then Miss Pac-Man gets fat.
Yeah. And then
Well, she's already around.
She eats
How does
all
that
the
happen?
pellets after that.
yeah, then he's got a wife beater on after that.
He's like,
That's forced scene. Yeah.
she's like, stop eating all the pretzels.
Those are the sound effects.
The key to Miss Pac-Man getting points
Tunnels.
is
Gotta
you
go
want
through
to eat.
tunnels, baby.
Yeah, the tunnels are helpful.
By
You want to
feel.
eat the ghosts when they're blue. You gotta try to. Don't just eat the power pellet all willy nilly. You gotta lure the 4 ghosts over so that when you eat the pellet, you can go and get all 4 ghosts.
Yeah. You hang in the corner. You stick
Yeah,
your
yeah.
nose in the corner like this. Like
Yeah.
you're like, what's up?
You don't let them bait you with the fruit. You bait them down to the corner with your
Yeah.
body.
You go into a
You
corner.
go, come eat me.
You
and then
stick your
power pellet. Didn't
what-
see that coming. Ghosts.
What would be
Take
your
that,
nose?
Sue.
Well, whatever your little rounded nose is, you stick it in the corner like you're looking for something. Like, what's over here? I lost the contact. And all the ghosts come over, like, oh, he fucking doesn't see us. And then you turn around and you fucking eat them all.
So if you're really good at Miss Pac-Man also, why don't we find somewhere that's got a good, why don't we hustle people?
Well, number one, I have not played Miss Pac-Man
We'll practice
in
a
a
little bit.
decade, I would say. Yeah.
Luis, can we put a Miss Pac-Man machine in here?
But I am by feel. I go by feel.
I have one in my house. I have one of those stand-up arcades that has like 70 games on it or whatever. I actually bought it from Hugh Hefner's ex-wife's estate.
Okay.
Long story.
What was that on Backpage?
I just went on like OfferUp or whatever, and I showed up at this warehouse in Hollywood, and I was like, "There's a lot of cool shit in here." And the guy's like, "Yeah, my wife's best friends with Hugh Hefner's ex-wife. She was selling when Hugh died. She was selling all the shit in case the estate took it from her. So she was like selling all the stuff that.
Did you run a black light on that?
No, maybe I should
Should
have.
wipe that down.
Nope, I just bought it and gave it to my kids for Christmas.
Okay, well.
So the joystick was getting wonky, and then one of the
Yeah.
buttons was
Tell you
sticking.
why.
You know?
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah, easy, pal. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know this was a family podcast.
So then my son, I was like, finally, it's been broken for a while. And I'm like, oh, I'll find someone to come out. Sounds expensive to get an arcade repair guy to come to your house or whatever. But my son goes on YouTube, my 13-year-old, watches one video, fixes it, goes underneath, takes it all apart, puts it back together, works. Perfect.
Yeah.
So then we went to go visit my parents over the Christmas break. They still have the same as Pac-Man machine. Hasn't worked in 10 years probably. My son fixes it.
So maybe he should go into business.
Maybe.
Which
maybe
son?
Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah, did an awesome job.
I mean, undercut the competition. Find out what this guy charges. Call him up and be like, oh, okay, thanks. And then just tell Owen that
I'll
half of that.
unstick your button.
Half of that. Yeah. Get a soldering iron. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Third quarter.
Important for me to say before we get too far into the podcast, I am going to be doing shows in Alabama this week, and I need to sell tickets. So Huntsville, Thursday night, come out, stand up live. And
Isn't
then
that drunk guy from Alabama?
No, it's Georgia.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah. He's in Augusta. I
Tell him to
think.
fucking get a few drinks, get in the car.
Tyler,
Don't do that. I'm just
put a
kidding
bus
on the
full of people
podcast,
together.
sir.
Let's go. Yeah, Huntsville, stand up live Thursday, big club, market I've never been to before. So if anyone knows anybody in Huntsville, tell them to come see me Thursday night. And then I put together a little string of shows just in breweries and stuff because I want to go play. I'm going to go play water polo on my college alumni team down in Auburn. So I'm going to do Birmingham Friday night, Auburn Saturday, Phoenix City Sunday, and I'm going to play water polo all day Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be in rough shape come Monday.
Do these people want to play water polo with you?
Who?
I don't know. You're always playing water polo with randos.
Oh.
Dude, and you just insert yourself in there. Do you think they want to play with you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it depends. So I think what you're talking
You
about.
always have to wear speedo too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
I mean, you're going to want to wear a Speedo. It's like wearing a cape in the water if you don't. It's like a parachute.
I'm not concerned about scores. I just want to egg beater kicks. Make sure I got it.
Nothing better than a Speedo, bro.
I'm nothing better than a speedo. That's just a blanket statement.
It's just so effective when you're in the water. You just move so much better than if you're wearing shorts.
Well, here's a good transition. You told me that it's sign up time, right? For something. What is it?
Oh, the Catalina Channel Swim.
The Catalina Channel Swim Wine Mixer. Catalina Channel.
Let me look it up.
For those of you that are longtime listeners, we are up to what, 2,000 episodes now? The Mermen podcast. Mermen podcast.
Oh, did 20.
This is number 20. Yeah, number 20.
2023 applications available.
I believe it was the first episode.
23.
Or maybe the second episode. Dave Williamson, this guy right here, said that he was going to sign up to swim from, where's it, Long Beach?
No, you start on Catalina Island and you swim to Palos Verdes.
Okay, Catalina Island to Palos Verdes. Palos Verdes basically right next to Long Beach, if you're looking on a map. And that is, if I'm correct, if I am guessing, I think it's 26 or 27 nautical miles, right?
Yeah, it's like 26.
26 nautical miles. Most of that's going to be over open ocean where, I don't know, 5,000
middle of nowhere
feet deep. Over swells. There'll be at least like 6 foot swells, waves, maybe some chop, some wind. It'll be cold. It's the Pacific. Dave, I don't know if you think you can do it, but you said you're going to attempt.
I always think I definitely can do it. And then when I'm actually swimming and you know, because I like to go swim for exercise, I'm like, damn, this pool's cold. And then I started thinking like, man, it'd be really cold in the middle of the ocean.
Now, did you say someone was going to do this with you?
You have to. So you have to, for it to be officially sanctioned and just for it to be safe.
I'm not doing this with you.
I can find people to do it.
I will be in a boat. Luis and I will definitely be in. Oh, I can't even speak. Luis, will you be on a boat? And you're going to be on a boat. We got to film this.
Yeah. If I got a life vest on, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. Can you swim?
No.
No, you can't swim.
You can't swim,
We've
Luis?
gone over this.
Oh.
We have?
Oh, that's right. We talked.
Yeah, we
I
don't.
am scared.
Ooh, they have an awards banquet.
All right, we'll teach Luis to swim during this thing too in the ocean.
So there's like a
So at least we'll have water wings on and a vest.
there's someone who's in the kayak next to you, so they swim right next to you to make
Oh, I'll
sure you're
kayak.
okay.
I'll fucking kayak all day.
And then every
next
15
to
minutes,
you.
you can give me some water and give me some like protein goo, but you can't I can't touch the kayak basically.
I won't let you. I'll slap you with a paddle.
I'll be like, Forrest, give me water, and you're like, nope, you got to be tough. And now there's a boat somewhere within a quarter mile or so just chilling out there in case there's an emergency.
This would take you
It's like 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
And how much money do we need to?
I think it's a couple grand.
Couple grand.
Yeah.
Because you need to pay for this boat, right?
Yeah, and the safety guys. And,
Okay. So we need to raise a couple grand.
and there's also a relay swim. So I think there's a version of it where 4 different people, like you switch out at certain points.
I want everybody here.
Or there's a solo where you do the
Anybody
whole
that's
thing.
listening, just in your spare time, go to Google Maps and put in Catalina Island, just so you know what we're talking about. And then you can put in Palos Verdes. And you can see the distance there. You can see the ocean stuff. This is in California. And that's what Dave's going to attempt. By the way, Catalina's beautiful. I don't know why you'd ever get into the water and swim from there, but you just stay on there and have some wine and take the ferry back.
All right, I'm trying to look up the times of people who have done it.
Now, what would you wear, though? So this is why I'm bringing this up. You wouldn't wear a Speedo.
Just a Speedo.
No.
Yeah.
You got to wear a wetsuit.
I don't think you're allowed.
What?
Yeah.
It's freezing in the ocean there. The Pacific Ocean is it's cold.
Got to train your body.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
Just a
telling
Speedo?
you. Yeah. You don't want all that drag. Like
I know you don't want it, but it's you're gonna get hypothermia. You can't be exposed to the water that long for 10 hours. You'd be cold. You'd be freezing.
I mean, so like when they do the
You might
English,
want to do some research on this.
when they do the English Channel and stuff like that, then people do wear like thin wetsuits or
Yeah,
whatever.
you have to wear a thin wetsuit.
But I'm pretty sure this one, for the most part, people just go.
And you can't use flippers, right?
No.
Do you
All
have
right, here we
webbed
go.
feet?
Here you go. I'm looking
If
up.
you had webbed feet, you'd crush this.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, sick.
So like this past year, let's see, solo swims.
Kevin Costner in Waterworld, he'd fucking kill it.
A lot of people did it this year because a lot of people did it.
What's the longest you've ever swam? Like just continuously.
I don't know.
Can you swim for 2 hours, take a break, and
Look.
then come back and plop you in the water there? You got to do it.
No, you got to keep going.
Fucking A.
A
that
lot.
Means,
Look,
that
a
means
lot.
that means we have to be in Catalina, like stay the night, because you got to start at like crack of dawn.
You gotta start at like midnight. You swim over
What?
through the night because the conditions are better.
We're gonna see someone get killed by a shark.
But look, this is what fucks
I'm not
with me.
kayaking at midnight.
This is
I'll
what-
be on the chase boat.
This is what fucks with me is that so many people complete it. And I'm like, if that many people in the world can do this, surely I can. It's not like
Yeah.
one person a year does it.
Yeah, I love this mentality. This is the same. You're the same guy that's like, I could play on the senior PGA tour. I'm just gonna start practicing now. If these guys can do it,
Yeah. Most of the times are about 13 hours. This person took 18 hours. It's a long time.
God, you know the cramping that be going on.
22 hours.
Yeah.
I would quit. I wouldn't make it 22 hours.
Okay. All right. So you're signing up for this, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do some fact
Do
finding.
we need to raise some funds?
Maybe
All right.
we should just have a general GoFundMe stuff for our that we just use for stupid stuff, buying tails.
Yeah, let's start a general GoFundMe.
Just I'm pretty sure GoFundMe's cool with that. Just send us money to do.
So there was some guy years ago on GoFundMe that as a joke said he needed to raise like $3.50 to
do
make
cool shit.
potato salad. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
He was like, I need to make potato salad. I need potatoes, mayonnaise, whatever, celery seeds, some other shit. And maybe it was like $8 he needed. And then he ended up raising like 50 grand or some shit.
This is alarming to me that so many of these are
So-
like 17 hours.
So I feel like we can start a GoFundMe for general merman activities.
The fastest one I've seen last year was 8 hours.
Yeah, you're not doing it in 8 hours, bro. This is what I think is going to happen, and I'll be happy with this. You're going to get in the water. You're going to go for a couple of hours. You're going to be freezing. You're going to cramp up. You're going to tap out, but great content.
This one says MC.
Think of the content, dude.
Oh,
just for your Instagram alone, dude.
This guy, I think MCM means he went to Catalina and then turned around or went to Palos Verdes, turned around and went back.
MCM? That's Man Crush Monday. Hashtag. Yeah. Join the conversation. You could put that. Hashtag MCM. People will have a man crush on you. Yeah, even if you make it an hour and a half. 3 hours, I'm giving you.
All right.
Louis, what's your prediction?
I mean, I've never seen him swim, but he's got the back.
We're mermen. Don't forget
Yeah, he's
that.
got the back. Does he have the tail or not?
Did I say the Merman podcast?
Yeah, Mermen.
I said that earlier.
All right.
Sorry. Don't not go to that.
I just sent you the website,
Merman-
Luis,
yeah,
so that
Merman podcast.
we can do the due diligence and see what it's going to take to do this. Okay.
All right, so we'll start a GoFundMe for general mermen activities.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fund for that, and what else?
Let's see how I feel after these water polo games this weekend. I might be.
You literally just said, I look at this, and if these idiots can do it, I
Yeah,
can
no,
do it.
I didn't say idiots. I respect every one of them.
These fucking morons.
But like one of them was a 14-year-old girl. Like,
yeah,
come on.
yeah, come on, it's like a little broad.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
need a 14-year-old girl that isn't going to get tired and not cramp up, and whose body is working properly, versus a aging, possible alcoholic.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Man.
functional.
I would have to take so many poops.
Yeah, you just poop in the water.
I know. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, and then that floats right by, and then Louis captures that on film. And then we have poop, pee. Yeah, I'll squirt some fucking Gatorade gel in your mouth. You're gonna go. All right. So
to answer your question, I think what you're talking about when you say I just hop in when I go on the road and I'm in a city somewhere, most Masters water polo teams usually have a practice at some point on the weekend. So since I don't have anything
but
going
they
on,
don't want you in there,
why not?
because, dude, if I was on a team of any sort,
Yeah.
and then how do you worm in there? You're like, hey, it's comedian Dave Williamson from the Mermen podcast.
Pretty spot on.
He's going to practice with us today. some of them might be like cool. Most of them are like, what the fuck is this
It's
old guy doing here, bro?
No, because
Unless
it's
you
all
bring
old guys.
barbecue with you.
It's all old guys.
Okay.
It's water polo is the kind of sport that you're happy to have anyone else who knows how to play.
It's like the Fast and the Furious. It's all about family.
No, it's just like
family and ball. Water polo ball. What's the ball called?
a pelota. No, just a water polo ball. You're happy to have someone else there. Like, it's not the kind of thing like in LA, if you show up at games and you might get that vibe. Like I went to a practice a couple weeks ago actually where that kind of happened. Where my buddy
tell us the story of how you crashed the practice.
My buddy was like, "Hey, man,
UCLA or some fucking college team."
Basically.
And those are like the best teams, right?
It's insane the level of athlete out here playing water ball. It's like if you play pickup basketball at the Y and you showed up at one of those like legendary playgrounds in the Bronx or whatever, and you're like, "Hey, man, can I hoop with you guys?"
No, it's like if you showed up to the UCLA basketball practice, and you're like, "Hey, I played basketball 35 years ago. Do you guys mind if I just jump in with you?" And they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here, old man."
Well, on the road, they're happy to have someone. They're like, "Oh, cool, man."
Just because it's in a swimming pool, it makes you think it's like it's fun. We're frolicking in the water. It's like, no, these are athletes, man.
When I'm on the road, any water polo team anywhere in the country other than LA, they need numbers. They're like, "Oh yeah, we always need people." They're happy to have someone.
Water polo is way more on the West Coast. It's a bit more West Coast.
Specifically, LA and San Fran. A little bit up in the Northeast, like the collegiately and like the high school programs, but even there, like there's like the Olympic or the NIAC club or whatever, like that's a high level club. But other than that, I mean, most masters would be happy to have anybody who knows anything about the sport show up and just want to have fun or whatever. It's beer league most places, right?
You showed up. These people didn't want you to play.
So I was here in LA and my buddy was like over at my house having beers and he was like, "Hey man, have you been playing Masters at all?" And I'm like, only on the road since the pandemic. And I get in when I coach the high school kids. I get in and play with them sometimes. And I have been swimming, so I felt like I'm in swim shape. And he's like, "Oh, Mondays have been fun. Like Mondays is like all the good guys show up on Wednesdays. Mondays the old dudes." He's like, "It's been fun. You should come." And I go, "You know what? I think I will." And I showed up on Monday, and I'm the first one there. And then like 8 dudes showed up at the same time, and I don't recognize any of them. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "These are not the old guys. Like these dudes just got out of class at UCLA or something. They're trying to make the Olympic team, and they're here training.
They're
right?
19 years old.
They're like 24."
24?
Like 6. Yeah, they all like just
fail. What are they?
No, they all just recently graduated college. It was like that vibe. They were all playing masters, like probably training to try to get to like the.
They got abs.
National League. Oh yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
So then I'm
they
thinking
look good in a speedo.
Yeah. So then I'm thinking
your stomach's hanging over your speedo.
Basically,
Yeah. Okay.
Although I am
like IPAs.
Yeah, although I am down to 244 now.
I don't. Whatever. Stomach's still hanging over speedo.
So I swear to God, this happened. I'm thinking like, all right, these guys don't know me. I could probably just slip out because I had a show that night too. I'm like, I'll just go to my show. And one guy walks over to me and he goes, "Are you a comedian?" And I go, "Fuck." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I just saw you at Comedy and Magic Club." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was there, whatever." And I'm like, "Now they know who I am." Fuck.
And then he patted your stomach.
And then
hey, old man.
Yeah. "Are you here to coach?" And then 2 or 3 other guys showed up who I did know, but they're like some of the better guys I know in the area. And they're like, "Dave, you gonna play tonight?" And I go, "Yeah, I got invited. I figured I'd play." And they're like, "Cool." And I'm like, now I can't get out of it, right? Then my buddy shows up and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, guess it's not the old guys tonight." I go, "Yeah, you think? Thanks, Jerry."
Oh, so it was kind of like you now were obligated to play.
I mean, I was there. I'm not going to be a punk and just leave.
But you're out of your league.
Yeah.
So you get in there and you're like, a lot of, sorry, my bad.
So there was 3.
I don't even know what water polo. I don't even know. I've played water polo before, but I'm assuming you just missed a pass.
Well,
don't you dribble like this? Like you're swimming?
Yeah, you swim heads up with the ball. Yeah.
Like the waves, keep it
That's
in front.
good, Forrest.
Yeah.
That's good form.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a Mermen podcast. I'm a swimmer.
Yeah. You look like a cat pawing at yarn.
Well, we're doing a podcast. Yeah. Like that. Like you pull it, elbow out.
Yeah, elbows high. High elbows.
I know how to fucking swim.
Yeah, that's good.
Fuckface. I used to teach it. I'll teach you how to swim. I'm like a swing coach in golf. I can teach you how to swim, dude. That's what I used to do for a living.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
butterfly, side stroke.
No, you don't do butterfly during a water
Breaststroke?
polo game. That would look really.
I go
awkward.
underwater with a ball in water polo.
There are underwater plays. Yeah.
What? You can take the ball underwater?
No, you're not allowed to take the ball underwater.
That's what I said. That's why I was being silly.
Oh. But there are underwater plays where you try to sneak up. and then they throw the ball down. They're like, hey, there's a guy got behind the
You
defense.
can go underwater without the ball.
It's like a trick play.
I
Yeah.
do that all day.
You don't want to do it regularly because you will get jacked in the face.
But this is what I would do. I would get a blue speedo, and I would paint my body blue,
Oh, you
and then I'd blend in the water,
yeah.
and then I'd pop up.
And you think people don't take me seriously when I show up?
I don't want to be taken seriously.
Imagine
in
when
water
you show
polo.
up blue.
I don't want to be taken seriously in water polo. I want to be that guy. Like, I want to be a TikTok account.
Yeah.
The water polo guy. Oh, here he is again, trickster.
Yeah, you show up painted blue, and then they tell you you're on the white team, which means you have a bright white cap, so your blue doesn't do shit because they can see you under the water.
And don't people not shower? So they smell?
What?
Thought people that smelled so they can, like,
Oh.
I don't. What about, do
So
you ever,
I-
do, this,
so
do you ever
I-
do this trick play? You
What?
just let a ball come out of your Speedo. People are like, well, the guy's ball's out. And then when they're not looking, you
I didn't do it on purpose, but balls have come out of my Speedos for you. Because there's a lot of grabbing.
fun sport.
Yeah. So we get in. They break us up into 3 teams that night. So there's 3 teams. My team only has 1 sub, right? And I'm like, cool, I'll sub first. And one of the dudes who I knew who runs the master's programs there.
Johnny?
No.
Fred?
His name's Chris.
Sue.
So he was on my team, and we're about 2 minutes into the first game, and he just gets out and starts storming off. And I go, where are you going? And he goes, it's going to be too high level tonight. I'm not going to have fun. I'm going home. And now I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, now I can't leave because we won't have any we don't have any subs. And I'm like, and if he thinks, he plays every week, and he thinks this is going to be, and I'm stuck here. So I stayed, I played, I didn't embarrass myself. I didn't shoot at all. Every time I got the ball, I charged in like I was going to try to attack the goal. When the defense came to me, I passed it over to one of these monsters who went up, got the cross pass, and buried the I had a lot of assists, actually. And I kept my turnovers to a minimum, and I was very proud of myself for not dying.
Did you get a little smack on the ass when you got out of the pool? There's a lot of that.
Yeah, they
Is there
said
high fives or smack on the ass?
they all lined up and smacked me on the ass.
Is that a move? Do you get smack on the ass?
I mean,
Seems very.
not in the pool, but maybe. Yeah. My new move is when I'm coaching.
Do you have anything written on your ass on the Speedo? Like,
Oh yeah, I have custom Meet Dave suits that a company made for me. Thanks, Cap 7.
Meet Dave?
Yeah, it looks
I
like
know that that's your thing, but
Yeah.
that's on your suit?
yeah. So
okay.
it looks like
Little bit-
raw
A
meat.
little bit of a double entendre there.
Yeah, that's the point. It looks like raw meat, and then on the front there's a Meet Dave logo, and across my ass it says Swim Meat,
Just
but
a
spelled
brisket on your crotch.
MEAT.
Yeah, there's a brisket on your crotch.
That would be good. I should do that one.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Maybe a beef rib.
So here's my new favorite thing.
By the way, Luis, you know who has never brought us barbecue?
Is it Dave?
Yeah, it's Dave.
oh, we should plan that.
It's our 20th episode. We had
Oh,
any-
we should celebrate. I'll
guy
bring it next
talks
time.
about barbecue all the time. All we get is some fucking conch shells.
You guys want some barbecue?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you never mentioned it
We
before.
record this minutes from your house.
I took this job in hopes of getting barbecue
had-
weekly.
Oh, weekly? Jesus Christ! All right,
I've had your barbecue one time fresh, and that was when I don't know about
that's
that
your
podcast.
fault because you've been invited.
I don't know about. Yeah, but I live on the other side of town. I don't know about that podcast when you did the episode with what was his name? Marvin Mixon.
Byron Mixon.
Byron. Who's Marvin Mixon? Did I just? Isn't that a comedian?
I think that's a running back.
Marvin Mixon, isn't he a comedian?
Oh yeah, you're right. He
Marvin
is.
Dixon. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Marvin.
Okay. Byron Dixon. Sorry, Byron. A great barbecue expert. And then that's the only time I've ever had it fresh. And that wasn't even fresh. You just had it it was heated.
I will bring you fresh barbecue very soon.
All right.
I'll try to bring it tomorrow if we need it tomorrow.
Don't rush it.
So here's
I heard
my
when you rushed it in Nashville, it didn't turn out good.
no. That wasn't even rushing it. That took me too long.
You told me that.
Yeah.
That no one else. They were just
The fire kept going out, and I kept waking up, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" So it took me forever, and then I had to rush it at the end. Yeah,
All right,
that
bring
was
us a
bad.
beef rib.
I got really sick that night. Here's my new move. Here's my new moves. So when I'm coaching and the game's over, you know, both teams line up, and you're supposed to go down and shake hands. You know. And so I'm the assistant coach. So our head coach is behind me in the line. So we're the last 2 people in the line. So I go for the fist bump, right? And I purposely bring it up high so that the kids fist bump me. And then she's got her hand out to shake her hand. So then the kid just puts the fist into her hand, and it's real awkward. And I see how many times I can get her every time we play. I don't know. Just a little game I like to play.
All right, fun. Let's edit that out. Brings nothing to the podcast.
I shouldn't try that on stage, is what you're saying?
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe account
For all the fun stuff we're going to do. It's just going to be a general
Mermen
GoFundMe.
related
Support
activities.
Dave and Forrest doing fun, cool stuff.
Yeah, we got to do the swim. We got to buy
Buying
tails
Yeah.
at the Mert Taylor. What is
The
it?
Mer Taylor, someone told me, yeah.
Yeah, you asked me about it, but that was one of the ones I mentioned. Mert Taylor. There was two places
Probably.
I mentioned, and then if your friend, who's your friend recommended? Oh yeah, your friend from Miami. That's
My
Mermen.
friend Cindy, who I met when I was doing a radio show.
Hello, Cindy.
Yeah.
Hello. That's my voice.
Okay.
I'm a voice actor, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't even there.
So she actually does this like hard. It's her, a friend, and then a dude, and they're the Miami Mermaids. And he wears a crown. She said it's very important. Buy the accessories, whatever you want to get.
But I think a crown is like, it's like the guy.
The guy.
Aquaman.
Oh, well, apparently
Okay.
a lot of mermen are kings.
I'll defer to them. They're already doing it.
The
yeah.
royalty.
Yeah.
But you can get also like the cuffs. Like there's accessories you could get, right?
What? There's what?
Accessories.
Accessories?
Accessories.
Do you say accessories?
I
How do you say it?
don't know. Accessories. Accessories. That's how you say it, right?
No.
How do you say it?
Accessories?
So it's like an EX.
I don't know. You're making
Accessories.
You're saying it so wrong that I don't even know how to say it right anymore. Right? It's not accessories.
What? Really?
How would you say it?
I like
please?
your outfit. You should really accessorize that.
Accessorize. Accessories.
Accessorize.
No, it's not accessories.
Oh man, now you're all in my head.
Luis, how do you say it?
Accessories, right?
Accessories. Yeah. Thank you.
Accessories.
Yeah, accessories.
So EX. There's a silent EX.
There's
Not EX.
accessories.
Accessories.
Access. You know how you say access?
Access.
Accessories.
Accessories.
But now I'm saying it wrong because you say it so wrong with accessories. You're saying it like you're like a valley girl. I get this accessories.
Oh my God.
You
Accessorize
gotta
much.
get the can and then accessories.
Assess.
And
You should assess your accessories.
You get a towel.
Alyssa,
Accessories. Okay, so we got
assimilate to our culture in the valley.
to accessorize, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what we were on. Oh, the mermaid stuff. Yeah. She says that's more. So she has a company called the Miami Mermaids where rich people hire them to go to their parties and they hang out in the pool, which is totally a side business we're going to start once we buy these tails.
Okay, so
Just two dads drinking beers in the pool,
we'll start a GoFundMe.
mermaiding around.
We're starting a GoFundMe. All right. Is there anything funny in this podcast? Do we have a clip yet?
I've really enjoyed this episode.
I feel like you've
that's a
talked the
good
whole
one.
time.
No, I feel,
Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man.
I feel like I tried to talk the whole time.
Nah, I just like throw shit in, make it funny. We have some voicemails.
Oh yeah. What? How long have we been recording for?
47 minutes.
Oh, perfect. So we're starting the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Some voicemails.
Yeah, let's do some voice.
Not really. I don't know if you know the quarter.
We are growing a
12-minute quarters.
we are growing a fan base for us. Like I get messages, people who are obviously listening, mostly from two people.
I get messages.
Messages.
I get messages.
Should check your answering machine.
No,
Accessory.
I get messages.
Messages.
We got a returning caller. No
Let me guess,
surprise.
Tyler or Richard?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those.
Oh, that's only at the beginning for us. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry.
It's mermaid code.
I was for the voicemails.
Okay. Do you want to start doing the horns for everything?
We didn't get him recording saying overtime, did we? We fucked up on Michael Diamante.
Oh, we should get him. We should have him record. Go. Oh shit! Overtime.
Yeah. There you go. Just record. Just take that. It sounded like him.
All right, here we go.
What's up, Merman? It is Mermen, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for
It
the
is
correction.
Drunk Georgia guy checking in on a Thursday
wow.
night.
Tyler.
I'm walking over to my neighbor's
Sober.
house right now. Of course, been drinking. Tried to get the wife on this call, but she said she wasn't going to support my antics. So,
Wait, pause it for a second.
Not going to lie to you. Kind of
What does he do for a living? He's always drinking.
I don't know, but whenever he messages me, he always talks about him calling our show is definitely a thing in their house. Like every time he messages me, he's like, "Wife wasn't happy that I messaged, or I tried to get the wife on. She said, why are you putting yourself out there?" Like I don't know, it's just like a thing in their house.
I don't think he has a wife. You know at the end of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when Steve Martin realizes John Candy's wife has died, like he's like, "Ah, shit." Then he
That's
goes,
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler, we would like a
He's
wellness.
come to our house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He's like,
6 years later, he's like, "Yeah, keep trying to get her on the phone. She won't come over."
yeah, anyways, my wife.
We're gonna meet Tyler in person, and his wife's just a broom with a face drawn on it.
Yeah, my damn wife.
Yeah.
She won't cook me dinner.
She's being shy because she's starstruck. Sorry, we turned you into a real heavy accent redneck there, Tyler. All right, Tyler. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going, Tyler.
Keep going,
Forgot the reason why I was going to call this evening. So I'm going to keep this one a little short. And just wish you guys a happy new year.
Hey.
Hope you have a good one and can't wait for the new episode to come out here soon.
Dropping.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well,
have a good night.
All right.
Thanks,
nice.
Ty.
Thanks, Tyler. All right. Hope you find your wife.
Here, let me see. Pretty sure his name's Tyler.
I think he sent me a message. He sent me a message, but his message was like, "Hey, if you can like tell Dave, check his messages." Oh. I think it was something like that. I don't know. Oh, I do have my reading glasses on.
People do that to me with Bert all the time, and I'm like, I don't know how to help you, buddy. Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to see.
I mean, I do know how to help you, but I'm not helping you. Yeah. That's the one I always think. Yeah. Someone reaches out.
Oh, yeah. Here's something he wrote about his wife a while back. He goes, I had the wife listen to the Year in Review podcast. And I was like, did we do a Year in Review? Oh, yeah, we did.
We just did like,
that was Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Like, what movies do you like? I had to tell you what movies and music you like. SZA. Do you remember SZA? I didn't listen to SZA.
I remember liking SZA. I got to tell you, I took a lot of shit for that Bad Bunny thing.
Yeah, of course. Because you're fucking from Miami. If you were from Ohio, but even then, Bad Bunny's, but you claim to be from an area of Latin culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I had a blind spot.
Okay. I stay on top of it, baby.
I had multiple people hit me up and go, I can't believe you didn't know who Bad Bunny was. And then my son told me, he goes, Dad, people are walking up to me in high school and going, your dad doesn't know who Bad Bunny is?
Wait, how did that get all the way to the high school?
Some people follow me and we posted it in our clip. So, hey, Tyler wrote, had the wife listen to the Year in Review podcast. That's the one person that lets me know, yeah, babe, you shouldn't be doing this or that.
We got any more voicemails?
Yeah, but just wanted to add, I also shared that Bad Bunny clip on my Instagram, and I got 2 responses from friends.
Yeah.
Like, why do you hang out with these guys?
Well,
I knew who it was.
Well, one just said, I'm enraged. And then I said, like, well, if you're enraged, leave a voicemail. And she didn't know if it was a real number. So she just told me, she said, sir, I know you're white, but do you live under a rock? That's what she would have liked.
That's to Dave.
Yeah.
You're under a rock.
And the other one just said,
I do. I'm poor because I do podcasts.
I was upset
free,
that I didn't wear a hat.
Me and my whole family. I thought that was an interesting choice. Not that you didn't wear a hat, but your hair wasn't combed at all. It was very, It was very unkempt.
It was weird. You guys didn't tell me.
I mean, and then you put the.
That's why I have this hat. I left this hat here just in case I forget a hat. For not.
Smart. And then you put your headphones on, and it made it look even frumpier.
That's
why it looked like you had fake hair just coming down the top.
Okay, hair.
It was wispy.
My hair is going away. I've got some spots as I get older where it's starting to go away, but it overall looks pretty good for my age. But when you put headphones on, it looks like fucking garbage. And then every clip, it looked like I had a comb over, and part of the comb over fell this way. So I'm like, have this flap here. And I remember I was looking at it, and I was in the green room at the cellar, and I was just like looking at it, and I go, in Vegas, and I go, oh, God, I didn't wear a hat. And then one of the comics tried to be supportive. He goes, no, you look good there. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Can I pay you a backhanded compliment?
You're going to. All right, so just do it.
As someone who's known you since we were young, your hair is
young.
Yeah. We've known each other for
relative, but yeah.
15 years, right?
Yeah, maybe a little longer than that, but I wasn't young then, but sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this compliment out of the way. Yeah.
Were we in our 20s when we became friends?
No, but get
early
this compliment
30s.
out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
Your hair has held up way better than I thought it would.
Oh, you thought it was going to go away?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I thought you would. I thought you would bald more.
Why? Because of my lifestyle? Because of my diet?
No, I don't know. It just was. You don't have thick hair. You have kind of.
It gets thick. I got to get I'm getting cut Friday. Yeah. It's pretty thick now.
But it's held up. Great.
Oh, thanks.
I've seen photos.
I feel like that was just a compliment, but
from being
backhanded a little bit.
Yeah. From being friends with your mother, I've seen photos of you when you were a child, and you had glorious hair.
Yeah, but it was a kid. My hair was fucking money.
You had like a Dutch boy haircut. Like it was so thick and beautiful and
feathered.
It looked like golden yarn.
Yeah, it was good.
And then when we became friends,
I'm old now, dude. Yeah. What do you want, man? Like it's it's gonna be patchy.
Oh man, you had glorious sideburns when we became friends.
I can still grow those. I mean,
they were so full and the lines were perfect. Yeah. Not this shit now. We're all like old men with
I can grow
neck hair.
Speak for yourself.
God, they're so sharp. You should. You had like Jason Priestley 90210 sideburns.
Any more voicemails? right.
We got another returning caller.
Yeah.
If that first one was from Tyler, I'm sure we can.
Forrest.
Yeah.
Solid Follicles.
Oh, thanks. Solid Follicles. Good band name.
Forrest, do you have a compliment for me?
No.
All right. Another voicemail. This is a long one. We might have to chop it up in post, but let's give it a go.
Oh, I thought that was him.
Hi guys, it's Richard from Australia.
Hey, it's Richard.
You
What a
guys want me to
surprise.
call
Tyler
John?
and Richard are our two calls.
So I'm a bit lit.
Sorry, just he said, so you guys wanted me to call drunk, so I'm a bit lit.
We're gonna have to shut this number down. I mean, I appreciate Tyler and Richard calling in, but we need.
Look, I'm going to be honest. They're wearing me down because at first I was like, it's the same guys.
It's basically like they're our co-hosts now.
Yeah. Now I'm like Stockholm syndrome. I'm like, I kind of want to party with these guys.
You're gonna have to pay for a new song with Tyler and Richard. Included,
Yeah.
really.
Zach Sobel, can you get on that? For they are the Mermen.
Yep. All right, keep going.
Richard, Tyler, Forrest, Dave.
Richard.
My people asked for it, so I've got to deliver, eh? After all, it's Tuesday night here in Australia.
I don't think people ask.
Kids aren't here, so what else to do but get drunk? It's summer holidays, so why not? Not really my holiday because I don't really work. And Luis, mate, love your work, but I can visualise you rolling your fucking eyes every time you call out one of us that's ringing you up.
Wait, visualize.
Wait,
you
it
on a what?
visualizes you what?
What?
I'm sure you're. I can visualize you rolling your fucking eyes every time.
Yeah. I like how he said he's a holiday, but he doesn't have to work. He doesn't have a job anyway.
He also left that voicemail January 10th. Holidays are gone. Holidays are gone.
You know, January 6th insurrection. So
I took visualize. I was thinking more like he meant to like fantasize. Like he was just thinking about you hitting buttons over there.
Yeah.
All right.
You do touch yourself a lot. You want to see that? Adjusting your junk.
I've got a guest room. I was offering other options, but if you guys
Probably in a
want
couch.
that room, well, you need to have to work out who's going to be the big spoon and the little spoon.
I mean,
And yeah, I did offer to help a brother out. Yeah.
Maybe what? What do you say?
I don't know. He's really drunk.
Yeah, I like
This
this.
is like
I did offer to help a brother out.
he's really drunk.
Hey, what do you think Richard looks like?
Richard looks. He looks kind of. I don't know. I think he's a big guy. Like,
I think he's tall.
6 foot something.
Yeah. He's got a deep voice, kind of.
I think he's got brown hair, and
I think he's got thinning hair.
You do?
Yeah,
I think he's got
like he still has enough hair. He's got like his hair looks good. He like parts it like a man, you know. But it's thin.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look. You wouldn't say he's bald, but it's thin.
I think if he shakes your hand, it's a little bit hurts a little bit.
Calloused
he
hands.
doesn't do it intentionally.
Yeah.
You're just like, wow, guy.
Calloused hands, but not from ever
From
like
a job he used to have.
No, not from a job. From his like taking care of his own house. He like lives in like he like lives in one of those huts like Luke Skywalker grew up in the middle of nowhere out in the
Tatooine?
desert. Yeah, like out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. You mean those little where him and his uncle and his aunt lived?
Yeah, he has to tend to his own farm and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
His job's something soft. He does something like
He just said
remotely.
he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay. Keep going. Got to get through it.
More than happy to help brother out because women divorces cost me a shit ton metric
Oh, he's divorced.
more in cash.
Oh boy.
Guess
Now
what
I
happens?
prefer meaningful overnight relationships.
Yeah. Dave's
Sorry.
got a
And
speedo.
to be honest, I don't have to last a full night.
Oh boy.
And Dave, mate, where's my rubs? Ordered last year, no show. Talk about a stitch up.
Oh shit.
Really?
So
He ordered rubs and didn't get him?
Might want to edit that out.
No.
Not good for the business.
He could also be drunk and confused.
They're on his cabinet right now.
I think the next line is, oh wait, here they are.
Yeah. Wait, that
Keep going.
that alarms me because I spent like $80 shipping some rubs to Australia one time.
Was it to Richard?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking up right now.
All right, keep going. There you go.
and saw Jim on the 29th of December in
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yep.
Oh, geez, I'm starting to misfire you, aren't I? Hey?
Yeah, I finished it for him.
I've been there
Yeah,
before.
fuck you, Tyler. Love your work, man.
Fuck you.
Wait, did he? Wait. Was he talking about Tyler, the person who called? Did we have a caller beef?
He said, "Fuck you, Tyler. Love your work."
Yes, there was. Oh,
wow.
this is the
That's
best.
who should be staying in your guest room.
Oh man,
Tyler's not married for real. We already know that. So
yeah,
Get your plane ticket, going down. I guess you live near Sydney. If he went and saw, he said he saw Jim on the 29th of December in Sydney. He did 2 shows. He did one on the 29th and 30th. And shit, I was there. Richard. I was there on the 23rd, 4th, 5th in Sydney.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy that Richard and Tyler have a rivalry.
But I think you get down there to book a flight to Sydney there, Tyler, and you got a couch / guest room.
Oh, this is
drinking buddy.
This is our clip. This is our clip. Tyler and Richard, we're gonna tag you in this clip. We were a little scared that you guys called so much, and now you've beaten us down. Now we expect it, and we are all going to party at some point together. Tyler, Richard, whether it's in Georgia, Australia, or both.
Okay.
I'm on board to
keep going.
Yeah.
Saw Jim in December, on the 29th of December in Sydney. Posted a pic wearing Jack Hackett's Doohickeys t-shirt in front of Jim's merch stand.
Jim's assistant, who's in a band called the Doohickeys.
So he wore a Doohickeys t-shirt?
Yeah, Doohickeys is his band.
Richard's a super fan.
It's a fun band. Yeah, it's like a parody country band. They're good. They're really good. They opened for Jim at the Ryman Theater in Nashville, and they're doing their thing. Doohickeys, check them out. Keep going.
Right. Here it is.
Yeah.
By the way, it was pretty shit. And if you guys get some merch, I'll wear it to Bert's show. My mate Lockie, who I took to see Jim, he's got his tickets to go and see Bert, I think in April this year.
Nice.
Oh, Bert's coming to
Thought
Australia.
he was
have 2 weeks.
in Sydney, but he was a bit pissed at the time. End up booking us in Adelaide. Adelaide is a shithole. You can't see Adelaide's not the arsehole of the university you can see from there.
I got Richard's address and phone number right here.
Okay, don't give it out. Keep going.
He did order.
I'll go and see Bert and Dave if you're out then. Hey, use my fucking points. Come on out, mate.
I like Adelaide.
We'll hang out.
Yeah.
And Lockie, if you listen to this, mate, love you like a brother, but you're a shit fight. You're an idiot, mate.
Somebody else,
boys,
Lockie?
All the best. Love your work.
Like from Thor?
Podcast. Every time it comes out.
Loki. All right. Thank you, Richard.
Richard, you're the man, bro.
Did you send him his rub?
No. So Richard, here's what's going on, buddy.
Oh no. Of all the people who you didn't send the rub to.
I know. And he's literally the first person he's the one who ordered the longest ago that hasn't gotten it. I'm out of inventory.
Oh no.
And I am redesigning the label at the moment. So as soon as the new label is redesigned, then I'm going to have a new allotment of rubs to mail out. But I am picking up.
See where he lives.
Yeah. So I am picking up 150 units of my rub in Georgia this week when I fly in. Today's Monday. I fly in Wednesday. I'm going to rent a car, drive up, pick up my rubs, then drive from there all the way over to Huntsville. So I'm going to
coming, Richard.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's coming down to New South Wales.
I'm driving 5 hours on a day I have a show.
His address, but he's in New South Wales where Sydney is. But yeah.
I have his phone number now, too, if we ever want to call him.
Let's hold off on that. Is there any more voicemails?
There is.
What time is it in New South Wales right now?
I can tell you what time. It's the middle of the morning. Middle of the night. It's like 6:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Right? Pretty sure.
Awesome if you picked up at 5 a.m. Hello?
It's 5:30 in the morning, I'm pretty sure.
His voice reminds me of Tim Bateman. Phoenix comic.
I'm pretty good, actually, with Australia times. I was right on that.
All right, let's go. I got to poop soon, so.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the end of the episode.
I might not make it home. I might have to poop here.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we have more voicemails, but we could save them for the next one.
Yeah, it's same for the next episode.
Let's go one more.
Not Richard and... No. It's not Richard or Tyler?
No.
How many?
We have about 3, but because I know one of them asks a question. So
yeah, let's save him for the next one because I'm excited it's not Richard or Tyler.
All right. We should start next episode with the
Okay, we'll start next episode.
You know what we should do? We should start every episode with voicemails, and then that gives us like a jumping off point for topics.
We should also not talk about what we're going to do in the episode on the episode.
We're figuring this out.
We should also say, I did it, but you just did it too. That's the clip. We keep saying that. Let's stop saying that.
Okay.
A lot of things to work on, guys.
All right.
We got to go to therapy. BetterHelp.com.
Hey, look, this is our...
Put in the code Mermen Podcast.
This is our 20th...
I'm just kidding. It's not going to work.
This is our 21st episode, Luis?
20th.
No, this one we're recording right now is our 20th?
20th. Yeah.
Okay.
What, are you drunk? We said that the whole time. Can I give you a backhanded compliment?
Yeah, please.
Fucking idiot.
What?
Yeah, okay. All right, we're leaving.
Hey,
Go to forrest.net. I got upcoming shows. Got some shows around town. And then I got some shit going on. I don't know. I'm at the Comedy Nest in the summer in Montreal. I don't know where I'm at. Go to forrest.net somewhere.
this week I am at Stand Up Live in Huntsville on Thursday. It's a gigantic comedy club. John B. Chris is going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm sure it's going to be hard for me to sell
John
a lot
B.
of.
Christ?
Yeah, he's
And
going to
what
be there.
about Jesus H. Christ?
No, well, he's with me always.
Oh.
He's always watching. So I'm going to be there Thursday night. Please, if you don't live there, but you know someone within striking distance of Huntsville,
Tyler.
tell them.
Tell your wife. Get her
Yeah,
wife.
Tyler.
Fire up the rad.
Tell your wife to tell her sorority sisters from college to come over to Huntsville, watch my show. Please, guys, help me sell some
Just
tickets.
him with a bunch of empty seats. They're all here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler's like, I tried to help by buying 30 tickets. Yeah, but there was no one in the front row because of that. You draked me.
Hey, it's fine.
And then Friday, I'm in Birmingham at a brewery, Cahaba Brewery, which Saturday, I'm in Auburn at a coffee place that's connected to a bar called Coffee Cat.
It's going to be working on your laptop there, but you'll be there. Just chop in.
And then Sunday, I'm in a pizza restaurant called Giovanni's, I think, in Phoenix City. Real prestigious venues all
just
through.
goes downhill.
Yeah.
Start off at Stand Up Live.
Yeah.
It just gets down to it. And then the next day, I'll be in an alleyway digging through a dumpster. It's it's a TJ Maxx, but they throw out the stuff on Saturdays, and I like to get like some lamps and shit. Man, it's cool. I'll do some jokes.
Do you see how I justify going to play water polo on my alumni team at Auburn? Babe, I got gigs. I got to go on the road. Very prestigious shows at coffee houses and breweries all over the country.
Okay, bye.
Come out, DaveWilliamson.com for tickets or at Dave W Comedy on social media. Please come see me, Alabama. I need to sell some tickets this week. War Eagle!
For they are the mermen.